Good morning. A few minutes before 8, just getting started. I'm going live on YouTube as well. Good morning. Welcome to Hatha Yoga. Just going to start a watch party on my personal Facebook page. I always do this the wrong way. Hello, my friends. We have Leslie Morgan, we have Kathy, we have Tess, Jabagwan. I'm just setting up a watch party, so I'll just be one more moment, and we can get started. I don't know how to do this. What the... Share. Watch party. Alrighty. Let's start by rubbing our palms together, working up some heat between the palms, and then just separate the palms an inch or two, a couple centimeters. Just feel the vibration between the palms. And then slowly bring the palms towards the face. And to your comfort, rest the palms and the fingers on the face. And feel the warmth of the palms penetrating the skin of the face, penetrating into the muscles beneath the skin of the face. Take a deep breath in and exhale with a sigh. And again, breathing in deeply. Exhale with a sigh. We'll just use our fingertips. We'll begin to massage the forehead, working the fingertips from the eyebrows up to the hairline, across the forehead. Making your way out towards the temples, massaging the temples. And then making your way down the side of the face, down to the jaw. Go nice and slow and just feel the sensations between the fingers and the face. So open the jaw slightly, working the fingers into the hinge of the jaw. Lots of tension held there, just generally. And then working the fingers along the jawline towards the chin. Just giving a little massage underneath the chin. And then working your fingers around the mouth, releasing the corners of the mouth, the upper lip. And then gliding the fingers up the bridge of the nose to the point between the eyebrows. And then we'll begin circling the fingers around the orbits of the eyes. So if you find a place that needs some special attention, just go ahead and pause there and give yourself some attention. Lovingly massaging the face across the cheekbones now. Allergy season is here in Canada, and so this nice massage across the sinuses, very helpful. Across the forehead, across the cheeks. And then we'll massage in front of and behind the ears. And then massaging the earlobes. And giving the earlobes a gentle tug. And then the back of the neck. So I like to use my fingers and then pull across the back of the neck towards the front. Working your way down the neck, from the base of the skull, down towards the shoulders. Good, and then just give your shoulders a gentle rub. Good, and then placing the palms back on the face. Nice big inhale and exhale with a sigh. Just wiping all expression from the face. Feel the muscles of the face relax. Good, and then wash the hands down the body. Nice. Just remain with the eyes closed. Allow the body to connect with the earth. Extending the spine. Extending out through the crown of the head. Connecting with the universe. So focusing on the breath as it flows in and out through, excuse me, through the nostrils. And so today there's a large distraction on our roof. We have some guys working on the roof. And it's noisy, maybe you can hear it. And it's distracting. But we're going to put our attention to the silent space behind the distraction that is always there. It's always present. And so you can do that through the mind, focusing on the silent space in the mind, the space between the thoughts. Or you can simply focus on your breath as a way to turn your attention inward. So this practice of meditation is just that. It's a practice. It's a practice to bring us into the present moment. And asking ourselves, how can I be at peace with what is? So oftentimes in times of crisis, we want things to be different. We want it to be different than it is. But the practice of yoga is being at peace with what is. Letting go of control of the future. And coming into the present moment. I'm just going to deepen the breath, breathing deeply into the bottom of the lungs, filling the lungs from the bottom all the way to the top, and then exhaling, emptying the lungs from the top to the bottom. So filling the lungs as if filling a water bottle, and then exhaling, emptying the lungs completely. try that on your own for a few breaths. I invite you to draw the navel in towards the spine on the exhale. So drawing the navel in and up, massaging the internal organs. The in-breath, expand the belly, expand the chest. And then exhale, draw everything in towards the spine. So just this one subtle movement of drawing the navel in towards the spine will take you deeper into the pose, whatever that pose is. So I'm going to invite you to try that during our posture flow today. So breathing in deeply, expanding the belly and the chest, and then exhale. Drawing the ribs and the navel in towards the spine. Now you can let the breath go. Turn all of your attention up to the point between the eyebrows, the third eye center. So integrating that release of energy from the deep yogic breathing. We're integrating and harmonizing in the center of the brain. And then on your next exhale, drop the chin towards the chest. And then inhale, extend through the crown, lift the chin slightly, opening through the throat. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, extend through the crown. And just go back and forth here at your own pace. Just warming up the neck, the upper back, and the chest. I'm going to step off screen for a moment. I will be right back. Alright, so coming through center, we'll drop our ear over to our shoulder. Exhale, letting it all go. Nice big inhale, come through center, and exhale over to the other side. So my preference is to go back and forth, but if you want to just hang out one side for a little longer, then go ahead and do that. Just tuning into all the sensations, the gentle tug of the muscles along the spine and the ribs. Just back and forth, using the breath to guide your movement. Good, and then we'll gently circle the neck, circle the head. Nice and easy. So extending through the crown of the head. The chin is extended, the sternum is lifting. So we're not dumping our head back. We're extending. And then we'll go the other way. So go slow. I'm going to invite you to go half the speed of where you're going now. So go half speed. And then if you bump up against some point of resistance or tension or holding, I invite you to lean right up against it and breathe deeply right into the center of it. And exhale, let go of any tension or holding. So inhale, creating space for that tension to move and disperse. And then exhale and release. You can gently glide back and forth over the tension, over the holding. A nice and easy, small movement, just back and forth, exploring the edge of the holding. Good, we're going to come through center. We're going to rock ourselves forward onto all fours. So tabletop position. So your palms are underneath. Palms are underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. Your fingers are spread wide. Pressing through the first knuckle. You can have the toes curled under, or you can have the tops of the feet. This is why Russ always drives, because I get mixed up. Anyway, I'm in the driver's seat, so here we go. We're going to extend through the spine, the crown of the head, lifting the tailbone, allowing the chest to drop towards the thumbs. Nice big exhale, inhale, and then exhale, curling the tailbone under, the chin towards the chest. And then inhale, extending through the crown, lifting the tailbone. And then exhale, chin to chest, tucking the tailbone under. So warming up the spine here. Go slow. Use your breath as the guide. Really press through the palms and press through the feet. Good, and then we'll come through center. We're going to glance over our right shoulder, drawing our right hip and our right shoulder towards each other. Good. And then we'll inhale through center and exhale over to the other side, drawing the other hip and the other shoulder together. So this is called C-curve, so we're opening the ribs of the other side. Opening the ribs and the waist of the other side. So inhale through center, exhale over to the other side. Inhale and then exhale. So the tendency is for the hips to wiggle here. I'm going to go this way. So the tendency is for the hips to wiggle. So do you see how my left hip is coming out? So we don't want to do that. Okay, so we want to come through center and just glance and draw the right hip and the right shoulder together. Okay, so you see that my hip is not dropping. Okay, so when you do this, it's a really subtle movement and you're squeezing the shoulder and the hip together. Okay, this is core exercise as well as an opening, creating blood flow. So here, we don't want to dump our hip, okay? We want to keep the hips in line and squeeze together around the side. All right. So coming through center, we're going to thread the needle. Okay, so we're going to breathe our right arm up to shoulder height, and we're going to glide it through underneath the left arm. And we're going to do this 3 times. So breathing the arms up, exhale, gliding the arm through underneath the left arm, inhale, and then exhale. Warming the body up for a twist. Good, and then on your next exhale, we're going to glide the arm through. We're going to line up the right shoulder with the left knee, okay? We're going to press the hips back. We're going to rest the side, the side of the head on the mat. The chin is tucked in towards the chest. And the hips are lifting. And so just breathe here in this twist. I'm going to give you a variation. We can bring the left palm out to the right thumb for stability. And then we can bring the the left palm onto the lower back. Creating a deeper twist. Rolling the left shoulder open, pressing through the back of the right palm, and breathe. Good, and then coming through center, gently unwinding, coming back onto all fours. And we'll get that on the other side. So this time raising the left arm up and gliding it through underneath the right. So we'll do this a few times, warming up the body. Nice big inhale, exhale, fold. So this time we're gliding the left shoulder in line with the right knee. Approaching. Resting the side of the head on the mat. Bringing the right palm out to the left thumb. Pressing through the left palm, the back of the left palm, we're going to place our right hand on the back, the lower back. Opening the body into a twist. Press through the knees, extend through the tailbone. Roll the right shoulder open. Extending through the collarbones. And breathe. Good. And when you're ready, you can unwind, make your way out of the twist. And we're going to press ourselves into a downward dog. So coming onto all fours, tucking the toes under, we're going to press through the palms, we're going to press through the feet and lift the hips. Extending the hips up and back. The feet are hip width apart. The ears are between the upper arms. And we're going to pedal our feet. So we're going to bend one knee and press the other heel towards the mat. And then we'll switch. So just back and forth here. It's called pedaling the feet. Warming up the back of the legs, the hamstrings, the calves, the Achilles. Warming up the feet. And then we're going to come into a deliberate hold. So we're going to press both heels down and towards the mat. We're going to press through both palms. The tailbone is extended, lifting towards the back wall. The top of the head is towards the earth. And the gaze is between the feet. And breathe. Give the head a little shake. No. Side to side. And then yes. And then coming into neutral. Straighten the arms even more. Good. And then bending the knees, glancing between the palms. We can walk the feet forward into a forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. And then rolling ourselves up one vertebrae at a time, all the way up to the top. Right. So coming into standing position. The feet are together. Palms are open to the sides. Spread your toes wide. Press through the first toe mound. Stand up through the crown of the head. So we're rotating the legs together. The legs are rotating in towards each other, like a zippering action. Shoulders are relaxed. Chin is parallel to the floor. Good. Extend through the crown of the head. Mountain. Good. Hands to heart center. Breathing in, extending through the fingertips. Breathing in. Extending through the ribs, the waist. Good. We're going to press the hips forward into a gentle back bend, glancing up at the palms. And then we're going to exhale, fold, bending at the hip crease, touching down. So you can bend your knees here as much as you like, resting the chest on the thighs. Warming up the lower back now. Allowing the crown of the head to extend towards the earth. And the tailbone is extending up to the sky. And then we're going to roll ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. Hands coming up through heart center. We're going to do that again. So extending the fingertips up to the sky. Nice big inhale, extending, pressing the hips forward, glancing up at the palms. And then exhale, forward fold. Release. So here in forward fold, we're going to walk our fingertips out to the right side of the right foot. So coming into gentle twist here. So draw that right hip back. It's probably drawing itself forward, so draw it back. And then make your way through center over to the left side. Evening out the hips, draw the left hip back. And coming through center. Rolling yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Good. Hands through heart center. Bringing the fingers into temple, so interlacing the fingers with the first fingers extended. So as much as you can, the arms are coming up towards the ears. Straighten the arms. And straighten them even more. Drop the chest, the shoulder blades, the shoulders down. And we're going to extend through the fingertips over to the right side. So pressing strongly through the feet and extending through the crown of the head and the fingertips, tipping over to the right side. Breathe deeply into the left side of the body. If you like, you can extend your hip out to the side, creating a deeper curve. Inhale through center. Take a cleansing breath here. Nice big inhale and exhale over to the left. Pressing through the feet, extending through the fingertips over to the left side. Lifting through the sternum slightly. You can press that right hip out to the side, taking you deeper into the pose. Keep breathing. Nice big inhale and exhale. Inhale through center. Nice big inhale. Glancing up at the palms, pressing the hips forward. And then we'll exhale, fold. And then we'll roll ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. Nice. Just close your eyes here and dive into the sensations, the release of sensations of energy coursing throughout the whole body right now. Allowing that released energy to bathe every nerve, muscle, and cell of the entire body. Fresh oxygen. And then draw your attention up to the point between the eyebrows. And as you're ready, we'll come to the top of the mat. We'll move into a warrior sequence, warrior flow. So hands on hips. Press through the left foot and lift the right knee. And then we're going to send that right foot back behind us into warrior lunge. So the left knee is bent. The knee is above the ankle. The right leg is extended out behind us, pressing through the back heel, lifting through the shin and the thigh of the right leg. Good. We'll breathe the arms up, overhead. So warrior lunge. Extend through the crown. If you like, you can glance up at the fingertips, testing your balance. Press through that left foot. If you like, you can press the hips forward even more, sinking deeper into the pose, deeper into the back bend. Keep breathing. Good, and then coming through center. We're going to drop that back heel, drop the right heel in line with the left, and open up into warrior two. So in warrior two, our hips are open to the side of the mat. Keep the left knee in line with the middle toe of the left foot. So a lot of times people will lean forward like this, their hip extended out that way. So I'm going to invite you to tuck your hip under. You see that I tuck my hip under and I come into alignment through the spine. So press through the feet. Extend out through the crown of the head. Extend out through all 10 fingertips. Tuck the tailbone under and drop deeper into the pose. Sink deeper. Good. We're going to inhale. Allow the right hand to float to the back of the knee. The left fingertips are extending up towards the sky. So the left arm is approaching the left ear. If you like, you can glance up at the fingertips. Keep breathing. Good. Breathe in, press through the feet. Come through center, and we're going to exhale. Allow the left elbow to rest on the right left knee. The right fingertips are up towards the sky. It's a warrior angle. And so the trick here is not to lean completely into the left elbow on the left knee. So you want to remain extended throughout both sides of the ribs, both sides of the body, the spine, so that you can actually float here. So those of you who want to challenge, you can extend both hands out in front. Good. Nice. So the right arm can come across the right ear. So I have my elbow on my knee and I'm twisting open, rotating through the hip, the right hip, opening the chest, open to the right side. Keep breathing. Good. Circle the arm, straighten the front leg into triangle. And again here, a lot of us want to get to the end, and so we rainbow. So you notice that the left side of my ribs are not extended. So we want to come back into full extension through the left side of the ribs. If you need a break, take a break and come back in. Keep breathing. Rotating the body open as if between two sheets of glass. Tuck the tailbone under. Extend through the crown of the head. Press strongly through the feet. Extend through the fingertips. And breathe. Good. Press through the feet. Bending the front knee slightly. Into warrior two. Good. We're going to heel toe the right foot closer to the left now. And then we're going to rotate through the front. So now we're facing over the left knee. So we can bend that left knee. Coming into warrior one. Fingertips are raised up above the head towards the sky. And breathe. And then we're going to straighten that front leg, and we're going to fold from the hip crease. And we're going to move into straight-legged runner's stretch. So I like to have blocks nearby. I'm going to invite you to go halfway so that your torso is parallel with the mat, with the floor. Into straight-legged runner's stretch. Pressing through the feet, extending out through the tailbone to the back wall and extending out the crown of the head. And then if there's space, you can begin to forward fold, the forehead approaching the shin or the knee, and breathe. If you want to challenge yourself, you can take the hands away, place them on the back body, or extend the fingertips out behind you. And breathe. Good. Micro bend that front knee, coming back up into warrior one, sweeping the arms to the front and up. Good. arms to the side, taking a step forward, feet together at the top of the mat. Nice. So we're going to get that on the other side. I'm going to step this way. So hands on hips, pressing through the right foot, lifting the left knee, extending that left foot out behind us into warrior lunge. So the knee is above the ankle. The back heel is extending. The back leg is straight and strong. The thigh and the shin are lifting. Press through the feet, extend through the crown of the head. Breathing the arms up. Fingertips to the sky. Warrior lunge. Good. If you like, you can glance up at your fingertips. If you like, you can press the hips forward into a gentle back bend. If you like, we can do a variation, bringing the hands together behind the back, interlacing the fingers into Yoga Mudra. Pressing the knuckles towards the back heel. Lifting through the sternum. Breathe. Good, release the hands. We're going to drop that back heel in line with the front heel, coming into Warrior Two. Good. Pressing through the feet, opening the hips to the left side of the mat. The front knee is in line with the middle toe. We're going to breathe in. Exhale, left hand to the back of the left knee. Right fingertips up to the sky. So the right arm is approaching the right ear. Nice big opening in the ribs and the waist. Press the hips forward. Gazing up at the fingertips. Good. Inhale, pressing through the feet. Exhale into warrior angle. So the right elbow is resting on the right knee. Left fingertips are towards the sky. Rotating the body open to the left side. So again, no dumping here. Okay? You want to have nice extension through both sides of the waist. Okay, so if I took my right hand away, I would have nice extension through both sides of my ribs. Holding the world between our palms. Give yourself a nice smile here. The left arm can cross over the left ear. Drop the hips even more. Good, and we're going to circle that left hand towards the front and down, and as we do so, we're straightening the right knee. Keep circling that arm all the way back up, fingertips to the sky, into triangle, Trikonasana. So tucking the tailbone under, rotating the spine open to the left side, rolling the left shoulder back and open. Extend through the crown of the head. This is a great place to use a block. Press through all 10 fingertips. Keep breathing. Good, we're going to micro bend that front knee, pressing through the feet, coming back up into Warrior Two. heel toe of the left foot forwards towards the right. And we're going to rotate the body so we're facing over the right knee. Warrior one. Breathe the arms up overhead, fingertips to the sky. Drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. Keep breathing. Where did we go from here? Gentle back bend. Oh yes, I remember. And then we're going to forward fold. Grab your blocks, either side of the right foot, and we're going to straighten that right leg, folding from the hip crease into straight-legged runner stretch. So I'm going to invite you to bring the torso parallel with the earth. Press strongly through the feet, extend through the tailbone and out the crown of the head. Using your blocks for support, or you can rest the hands on the leg. Okay? And extend through the crown. And breathe into those tight spots. And if there's space, you begin to fold from the hip crease, the forehead approaching the knee or the shin. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Good. Extending through the crown of the head, pressing yourself all the way back up to the top. And we're going to step forward to the top of the mat. Good. So just coming into mountain for the second half of the pose, which is the integration, the release, integrating the release of all that energy. So Hatha means sun and moon. It means action and rest. It means balancing the nervous system, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. So with all that action we just did through the warrior sequence, we're now balancing that with complete attention to the sensations in the body. And then integrating all those strong sensations, drawing them up into the center of the brain. Focusing your attention on the third eye. Good. And we'll make our way down onto the mat. So, you know what? Let's go on our front body. So lying on your front body. And for right now, just notice the body on the mat. Just allow the body to sink into the mat for a moment here. You can rest your cheek or on your forehead. Good. And coming through center, we're going to rest our forehead on the mat. We're going to press through the feet, the top of the feet. We're going to press through the hips. And we're going to lift both arms, both feet off the mat, along with the head. So we're extending out in all directions, through the crown, through the feet, through the fingertips, pressing the hips in towards the mat. And breathe. I like to call this Superman or Superwoman. Draw the shoulder blades together across the back, opening through the sternum and the chest. Good, and then release. Exhale, release. We're going to do that one more time. So coming through center, lining up the palms beside the hips. Press through the feet, press through the hips. Inhale, lift through the crown, extend through the feet and the fingertips. Shoulder blades drawn together across the back. And breathe. Good. Coming to rest on the front body. Bend the knees and windshield wiper the feet side to side. Good, and then we're going to make our way onto our backs. So those gentle back bends are great for massaging the thyroid glands and the adrenals. And now we'll move into a twist. So lying on your back, drawing the knees in towards the chest. And there's the repairman. So drawing the knees in towards the chest and just gently rocking side to side, massaging the lower back.
That was it? We're hoping there's a hole in that fucking thumb piece. So. Really? Yeah, it just got pegging too much.
Hang on, keep going.
Explain why I only need some.
Can you close the front door, please? Close the front door.
Get to there. Yeah. Okay.
Here we are. Minor distraction. Okay, where are we? Knees to the chest. We're going to draw the right knee into the chest and extend the left leg. So if this is too much for you, you can bend the left leg and place the heel excuse me, on the mat. Otherwise, extend the left leg. And then we're going to draw the left leg across the body. We're going to stack the hips. Okay? Stack the hips. And then drawing the right shoulder open, extending through the right fingertips. Bringing the body into a gentle twist. And breathe. So I like to draw my belly into, my navel in towards the spine on these twists. I find it takes me deeper into the twists. So give it a try. Really draw that navel in and up. And if you like, you can glance over the right shoulder towards the right fingertips. Two more breaths. Good, and gently unwind, coming back through center. Place both feet on the mat and just lift the hips, pressing the hips up to the sky. Good, and then drop the hips back down. We're going to draw the left knee into the chest. Extending the right leg out. If you like, you can bend the right leg, placing the heel on the mat. And then we're going to draw that left knee across the body, stacking the hips. And then we're going to open the left shoulder, extending through the fingertips, back the other way. Knee to the right, fingertips to the left. And breathe. Breathe in, create space. for whatever tension or holding to release and expand. And then exhale, letting it all go. You can glance over the left shoulder towards the left fingertips. Draw the navel in towards the spine. And notice how that instantly takes you deeper into the pose. Couple more breaths. And on your next exhale, let go even more. And gently, gently unwind, coming back through center, both knees in towards the chest, forehead towards the knees. Give yourself a little hug for a job well done. Good, and then we can extend the right heel out, and then the left heel, and then the right palm and the left palm into preparation for Shavasana. So if you like, you can put on socks or a sweater. You can have some height under the knees. You can have some padding under the head and maybe a blanket to keep you warm. Oh, and an eye pillow. So whatever you need, go ahead and do that for yourself. Allowing the body to, excuse me, allowing the body to completely relax. The body sinking into the earth. The ankles and feet are heavy. The legs are dropping. The hips sinking. Abdomen, chest, and back are heavy, sinking into the earth. Shoulders, arms, and palms resting, sinking back. And the head is heavy like a stone. The whole body is heavy from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. And on your next exhale, let go completely. into do a few rounds of chanting. So you can just listen and allow the mantra to wash over you. This is from the Yoga Sutras, and it's a mantra for compassion for others. Maitri, Karuna, Murito, Pekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Punya, Vishayanam, Bhavanas, Chitta, Prasadanam, Maitri, Karuna, Murito, Pekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Punya, Vishayanam, Bhavana, Chitta, Prasadanam, Maitri, Karuna, Murito, Pekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Punya, Vishayanam, Bhavanas, Chitta, Prasadanam, Maitri, Karuna, Murito, Pekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Punya, Vishayanam, Bhavanas, Chitta, Prasadanam, Maitri, Karuna, Murito, Pekshanam, Sukha, Dukkha, Punya, Punya, Vishayanam, Bhavanas, Chitta, Prasadanam. Om. Allow the sound to fade back into silence. Become aware of your breath as it flows in and out through the nostrils. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, coming back into your body. And draw the knees in towards the chest, gently rock side to side. And then allow your body to rest on one side in the fetal position. Feel yourself cradled on the earth, held in safety and comfort. Making your way into a comfortable seated position. We'll engage in alternate nostril breathing. I find this is very helpful during allergy season. Even though the nasal passages may feel blocked, just keep moving through the exercise. And so we'll use our fingers. You can use the mudra, so dropping the first and second fingers down to the pad of the thumb, extending the third and fourth and the thumb, and alternating, closing the nostrils that way. Or you can just simply use the thumb and the first finger. So we're gonna close off the left nostril and breathe in and out through the right. So we're going to engage in some deep yogic full breaths here. Breathing in from the base of the lungs all the way to the top. And exhaling completely. And then we're going to close off the right and inhale and exhale through the left. Nice full deep yogic breaths. Try and make your breath as smooth and steady as possible. One long, unbroken stream. And then we'll begin to alternate. So I'll guide you for 2 rounds. So we're going to close the right nostril, breathe in through the left. Close the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close the right and exhale left. So that's 1 round. We'll do another one together, breathing in left. Close the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close the right, exhale left. Now I'm going to invite you to continue for a few rounds using a steady flow of breath for you. So whatever that looks like for you. And on your next exhale at the left nostril, breathing the left nostril all the way to the end. Letting the breath to return to its natural pattern, its natural rhythm. And draw all of your attention up to the point between the eyebrows. Allowing the breath to soften. The body's relaxed, the mind is calm, and the heart is open. In gratitude for this time we shared together and this moment that you could give to yourself. May your spirit be victorious. Jai Bhagwan. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next Friday, or this Friday, in a few days. All right, same time, same place, 8 a.m., Tuesday and Friday, Pacific. All right, have a great day. Bye. Thanks for coming, you guys.